peace, family. Vicki Dillard here. So pleased to be on African Diaspora News Channel. Please make sure you give us a big thumbs up and share the broadcast. Thank you so very much. Now, family, you all know I have done back-to-back coverage on specific white supremacists inside of uh, military and or police departments, literally and specifically calling for the purge of Black Americans, right? Time and time again, when they believe that they turned off their recordings, they didn't realize that they inadvertently turned it on, and they information has constantly been leaked to prove that these anti-Black factions have infiltrated the military and multiple police departments in the United States, right? Well, this latest arrest doesn't help either. Watch this.
It's really quite extraordinary. And, this lieutenant was in a position, in an intelligence position in which he was, there was sort of a reason for him to have been in communication with Enrique Tarrio ahead of this. He was sort of in charge of making sure that assets were in place when they came into town to sort of, quelling, basically getting violence reduced and trying to keep Antifa separated from the Proud Boys when they were in town. But this relationship, just really went too close that we see in these text messages, and especially tipping him off about his arrest that was pending when he was actually arrived in D.C. He's told about that. Enrique Tarrio was told about that while he was on the plane, and this was an investigation that he was sort of updated against. And in fact, the lieutenant here was basically working against this investigation, which all dated back to this incident in December 2020, which involved the burning of a Black Lives Matter banner that was hanging up outside of a church that the Proud Boys had ripped down and burned. So that was something that he was eventually arrested for, and that was sort of the FBI's way of trying to stop, basically, sort of cut off the snake at the head, essentially.
And then it says, and then lied to investigators afterward about the scope of their interactions. Now, what's interesting about this man, this lieutenant, is that he's a lieutenant. But not just that he's a lieutenant, family. He's a 24-year veteran of the police department, the DC Police Department, and the department's head of intelligence. Now, after he was arrested and stuff, because they got him for lying and all that, his wife and them tried to say, well, he was just doing his job. Because, he worked for the intelligence department, I guess, and they want us to ostensibly believe that he was gathering information against the Proud Boys. Well, the problem is they said that you lied, allegedly. They said that you lied about the interaction. So if you're a part of the intelligence on this particular police department, why in the world would you lie to your own about, allegedly lying to your own about your interactions with this man? And as an intelligence lieutenant in part, why in the world would you give him the heads up that he's getting ready to have an arrest? His arrest was imminent. Make that make sense. Family, this is a big deal. And my thing is, if he's a head of the intelligence, one of the intelligence heads, and been on the department for 24 years, what do you think he may or may not have done in other cases? Food for thought. I can't wait to hear from you below. Maybe they being busted left and right. My name is Vicki Dillard. Be sure to check out my website at vickiplanet.com and check out my school and my services there. I can't wait to see you again.